So, I think I have the worst luck when it comes to action figures.
First strike.
And what I mean by this is a specific character of an action figure, not branding-wise or anything. A specific character. Not like most people my age, we collect specific figurines that we like and enjoy. For me, I collect Halo action figures because, well, I enjoy the Halo franchise. I have since I played Halo Reach. Halo Reach was my first ever Halo game that I ever played. So, the specific character that I am talking about is Kelly. Spartan 087. Yes, that one. I have the worst luck with her figurines. And only her figurines. Every other figurine that I've gotten, whether it be an elite or just a different variation of a Spartan, it just turns out she's the worst one I can get. So when I first got Kelly, or Spartan 087, it was the Halo 5 version of her. So I got this when Halo 5 was relatively new. And not relatively new, or whenever the action figures were released. I'm not entirely certain what dates they were, but whenever they were released. So I got her Halo 5 figurine. I've got also Frederick as well, because they were there. And no, I'm not going to get Spartan Lock. I was never a fan of Spartan Lock, like majority of people. He's a really good ODST. I liked him as an ODST, but I just wasn't a fan of his. At least he could have, I don't know, had some cooler Spartan armor. Maybe something to a tier from his ODST. I don't know, like Buck, but everyone's like, oh, there I go. But anyways, never had any issues, right? Everything was all good and fine. The figurines bended all well. You know, when you first get your figurine, you have to test out the joints and you get all anxious and scared because it's that feeling of, oh, is it gonna break? Well, it never broke with mine. Until a couple of days later, when I was messing around with Kelly, trying to reposition her figurine into something cooler, because I like having action figures for one. I like creating those stop motion things sometimes, or have an idea of what to position them with. Be like, oh, that's a cool scene to have. Take a picture.
New zombie.
Or what can I do with this? Because, you know, you have all these action figures. Majority of people just leave them in boxes. No, I take them out. I take them out of the box. They're like, oh no, the value! It's like, it's a figurine. I'm surprised you didn't notice me. So, with this Kelly figurine that I've gotten, that I fumbled with the next day, her leg decides to pop off. Her leg! Her left leg, I tell you. Her left leg falls off, and I'm completely, like, surprised. I'm like, huh? I've never had, like, Frederick was fine. Frederick's a bulkier looking figurine compared to Kelly. So I go and I check out my figurines. And Frederick is still fine to this day. I've had these guys for a while. And of course, with Kelly, again, her leg is the only thing that breaks. Left leg. So the solution that I came up with, because I didn't have any glue around me at the time, because Elmer's glue, yes, it can be helpful, but it doesn't entirely, stay well between the figurine. So I asked my little sister for some possible nail glue, because nail glue does help as well. Well, it's a glue, and it's the glue that I had around at the time. So I fixed her leg, and I've had no issues since. Time moves by, things go great, everything's fine. I get more action figures for my collection, because for Christmas recently...
Double kill.
Oh, I got him last second. Nice. I got some shelves for my room, because... well, I collect action figures, and I'm running out of room for my shelves. So, yay, more spacing. So when it comes to getting more of the figurines, I got the Vector, I've got the Rogue Halo 3 version, and I've also got Linda as well, another Master Chief, and recently my little sister gave me for Christmas the Arbiter, the Halo 5 version of the Arbiter. You'd think I would have problems with him, but I don't. And then, of course, I get another Kelly figurine. The Fall of Reach version of Kelly. Where she's got the white armor. That version. So I get that one. And I completely get my shelf set up, right? I'm all happy. This is a little after Christmas. I'm so happy. I start setting up my figurines. I put them into... oops, smacked my mic. Start putting them into positions. And then I get to Kelly's figurine. And lo and behold, her figurine falls apart. In my hands. Like, I was like taking her out and her figurine, torso and all, falls apart. Here's the thing. Her joint for her torso was still there, so it wasn't anything wrong with that. Like, it didn't break. Didn't break properly. So her figurine completely falls out of my hands. It was like it's like one of those very sad CGI sad scenes where the character is dying before you. Yeah, that's how it felt and looked, at least to me. So the figurine's completely falling out of my hands. And so, I decided, of course, to work on this figurine at like 2 in the morning. Such a great time to start setting up your figurines. But I also didn't occur to me that the figurine would fall apart in my hands, because that's just my luck with Kelly figurines. Just my luck. So here I am at 2 in the morning trying to think of a solution of how to fix her, right? Because I'm confused on how, of course, the joint is still together and why this is completely falling apart. So I'm looking around, of course, I was like, okay, I'll just reconnect the joint. Of course, it's not gonna go the easy way. Here I am, trying to pop the joint back in. Attempting to, at least, pop the joint back in. Takes me however many tries, right? And here I am thinking, after an hour of trying to do it. Yes, it took me an hour. Many fidgeting positions just to get her figurine to reconnect. So I thought I reconnected it safely and soundly. No. I put her on the shelf. Get her, put her hands. The figurine that comes with readjustable fingers. I get them back on. And I look away for just a minute. Like, I set her right next to Kelly. Not Kelly. I set her next to Linda. And I look away. Sitting back, happy with my achievement of, yes, I can pop a joint back in an action figure. Yes, I pinched my fingers. I did it. It's finally back together. Figure falls off the shelf. And it breaks. Again. Like it was never fixed. And I'm like, what? Huh? How? Because I'm confused, right? I thought I just achieved something great. So this figurine, taking me long to hold forever, starting round 2 battle with me. And I'm like, alright. Gave my hands a bit of a rest. Let's do this. So I go again. Takes me a little bit longer. And it doesn't come back on. And I feel defeated, right? So here I am looking up a YouTube video of, how to fix a joint on a figurine. Because, other people have experienced what I've experienced. This is nothing new. So upon my research, it's with the hot water technique or the hairdryer technique.
Zombie killing
where you keep it not too hot. Kind of like Goldilocks. Not too hot, not too cold. Just right on the weather. On the temperature. That should help, loosen up the plastic and should help your figurine. So I finally win the battle. I put it back together. And I realized this other torso piece, like the abdomen area, falls off as well. And here I am being like, what? What did I just do? How did I break it more? It wasn't... There was nothing really securing it either. It was just
1 minute remaining.
An interesting piece that went with it. And I hope I didn't break it more, but I don't think I really did. So here we are, round 3. Because a new piece has fallen, entered the battle. So, you struggle with the figurine trying to put it together, and you're like, you know what? Your hands are in the way, you lost your hand privileges. So I finally get this figurine back together. And unfortunately, with this battle of finding the figure, I damaged the helmet just a little bit. And I'm a little sad with it. But I was like, you know what? It's battle damage. It's fine. It went through battle. It's okay. That's my story, and that's what I'm going with. Battle damage. Oh, very bad pistol shots as well. I put her up. I sit her right next to Linda. Because they're both in really cool poses that I put them in. And I'm all happy. And the story ends there, right? So I go outside of my room. And, come back after a little bit of, getting breakfast and stuff. Walk into my room, nonchalant, very chill. And the figure was falling on the floor. And I almost trip on it, too. It's like Kelly was trying to kill me. Or something. Toy Story gone wrong. No. Here I am, frustrated. And of course, it's not too much of a hassle because I've already battled with her a couple of times last night. And, I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing this today. And, I fix it immediately. Because I'm not dealing with this today. Come here, boy. There you go, boy. There we go. So, fix the figurine. End of story. Things went great. I just have terrible luck with Kelly figurines. And I don't know why.